the Coastal Storm Update. I'm Sam Walker. We've got a coastal flood warning, high surf advisory, wind advisory, and high risk of rip currents continuing for all of the Outer Banks. The wind advisory continues through Tuesday afternoon, but the rest of those advisories, the coastal flood warning, high surf advisory, continuing into Wednesday, as this rather strong nor'easter has parked itself just offshore and expected to bring us these breezy conditions at least through midweek. 8 to 12 foot waves, and with high tide coming up this afternoon around 2 to 3 o'clock, we might see some more overwash, some minor overwash to moderate conditions. The highest tidal levels are forecast for the overnight high tide, which is between 2:30 and 3:30 a.m. on Tuesday. And our winds are expected to be the strongest they've been at least since this storm began late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. We'll see north winds of 30 to 40 sustained through the day today, with gusts up to 45 possible overnight. So throw those two combinations together, that's when we're going to see our worst conditions, it looks like, along the ocean front tonight and into tomorrow morning. But again, the high tide is between 2:30 and 3:30 a.m. on Tuesday, then another high tide between 3 and 4 Tuesday afternoon. Now, all roads and bridges along the Outer Banks remain open to traffic, but the Hatteras, Ocracoke, and Currituck Sound ferries are suspended until further notice. The Ocracoke mainland routes have been operating. The Cedar Island and Swan Quarter routes, they've been operating on a limited schedule. It all depends on how the winds go, whether or not they can run across the Sound as we go through the day. Expect blowing sand, standing water, and standing sand on Highway 12 if you're making that drive down from Oregon Inlet to Hatteras and on into Ocracoke. Although really the problems are the east-facing beaches. That's because we got north wind. It's the east-facing beaches. You see our live shot here from Avon Pier right now. Pretty rough there. If you go down south, you can see the difference in conditions. That's what it looks like off Hatteras Village. Really nice sets coming in there, and that offshore wind there has really cleaned that up. So I expect the surf is really getting a lot of rides out down on the South Beach today. But the problems, of course, again, are on the east-facing beaches. Here's a shot from just south of Rodanthe Pier. Not expecting a lot of rain out of this anymore. Maybe a few scattered spits. This is your typical spring nor'easter for us here on the Outer Banks. The biggest problems, of course, Pea Island. You're going to see the blowing sand and water and standing sand, along Highway 12 and Pea Island. At Merlo Beach, the Buxton Motels. We have had a dune breach reported earlier this morning. Dare County Sheriff's Office posting out on their Facebook page that there has been a dune breach at Ocean View Drive in Avon. So we're probably going to see, with high tide this afternoon, possibly some water on Highway 12 in the village of Avon. Definitely with the overnight high tide. That's the latest. Of course, we'll keep you up to date right here on all our social media. And throughout the storm, we'll have updates as they come in. And, of course, follow us at Sam Walker OBX. I'm Sam Walker. Have a great Monday, everybody.